It's a tragic killing. See how 12 soldiers were brutally killed and roasted in Benue. These were the words of the wife of the captain, Adeolu Adedayo, during the burial of her husband and 11 other slain soldiers in Makurdi, the Benue state capital, on Monday. The widow mother of 3 little children went on to ask, who will wear them? When her late husband's captain shoes, belts, walking sticks, as well as the Nigerian flag were handed over to her by the commanding officer, 72 Battalion Makurdi. Indeed, it was a moment of grief, pain, anguish, and wailing for the military. Benue state government and families of the deceased soldiers, as the coffins were lowered into the graves and the remains of the 12 soldiers laid to rest. The soldiers met their end while trying to keep peace during a land dispute between Bonta community of Konshinsha local government area and Opote Aina community of Oju local government area, all in Benue State. Our correspondent gathered that the land dispute, which has festered for decades, resurfaced again towards the end of last year and by last week had snowballed into a worrisome crisis. These developments, it was learnt, caused the drafting of some military men from the 72 Battalion in Makurdi to the troubled area. Sadly, that fateful Easter Monday, while Christians faithful were celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ, the local militia, popularly known as Bonta Boys, was said to have ambushed the 12 soldiers who were on duty in the area. One thing led to another, and the soldiers were reportedly led into the forest, killed and burnt, while their service rifles and ammunition were taken away by the military men. This, it was gathered, caused serious trouble as the military allegedly bombarded the Bonta village and adjoined communities including Tise Jembe, Tise Ayon, Binde, and many others in Konshinsha local government area as well as Ulam local government area. As the bombardment continued, a group from the area known as Shangev Thief Assembly on Friday at a press conference in Makurdi alleged that over 70 people had been killed in the area, with over 100 people still missing. This, they said, was in addition to destruction of property, burning of houses, and food banks, which they noted had caused serious humanitarian crisis in their domain. The group, while condemning in strong terms the killing of the soldiers in the area, also condemned the invasion of their communities by the military. But reacting the same day, Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom debunked claims by the STA that over 70 people had lost their lives in the military invasion, saying only 8 lost their lives during the bombardment. The governor listed those that were killed to include 2 bandits who had exchanged fire with the soldiers, as well as a crippled man whose house was destroyed and it collapses on him, while another was a middle-aged person who was running and in the process fell and died, in addition to 4 others. That is the report I got from the chairman, so I am taken back to hear that an unknown group held a press conference and said 70 people were killed. I wish to call on the people to refrain themselves from making unguarded and unverified statements because this will not help matters. You will only succeed in aggravating the matter. You will only succeed in pouring petrol on an existing fire, and you know the implications. You know, if the security men, especially the soldiers, were not here, we will not be here today. Herdsmen, local bandits would have consumed us. I am on top of the situation and monitoring it. I have not slept for the past 3 days, ensuring several interventions. So we do not want any situation that will amplify the one we already have. If anyone has any evidence contrary to what the chairman told me, he should bring it out instead of making inflammatory statements, the governor said. Also, the Defense Headquarters, in a statement signed by Acting Director Defense Information Onyema Nwachukwu last week, gave a vivid report of how the soldiers were killed and their corpses burnt by the militia. The Defense Headquarters also dispelled allegations that several people were killed during the military operations in Kīllīñgs. The Defense Headquarters wishes to put it on record that apart from these initial 10 bandits, there are no other civilian casualties recorded in any part of Kīllīñgs to date. We, therefore, challenge anybody from Kīllīñgs to present to the public the 270 or 30 dead bodies of innocent persons, male, female, or children, killed by troops in Kīllīñgs. Thank you for listening to this news. My viewers, it is one of the things that the soldiers go through. I won't lie to you. That's why the work of the army is the work of the living and the dead. Yes, it is either you go and come back, or you go and never to return. And that is why after their recruitment, they take an oath to live or die. And that is why I, for one, I do advise Nigerians at large to always put the armies in prayers because of things of this kind. Because truly, they are really working. It's very painful. I know about the killing of the 12 soldiers in Kīllīñgs, but it's a very tragic one. That's why I cannot conclude yet, because we don't know the rate at which the military equally operated or attacked the village that made the militias to bounce on them. Till this very day, Nigerian government and the army are still working very hard to see to those that killed the 12 soldiers. All right, let me hear from you and know what's your own opinion concerning this. Maybe if you're new, click on the subscription buttons as well as bell buttons to receive more updates. Thank you.